Okay, so do share me the question paper so that we can, at least have an idea how the things are going, right?
Okay, ma'am. I'll share it after the class.
Yes. Okay, so now let's just plan from here onwards how we are going to utilize the things, right? This is for both the classes. This is for both Fahim and Harikrit, like whatever we are left with. But the only thing is that you have to be consistent. Why? Because someday if Harikrit and Fahim, you both have to be together because you know each other, coordinate with yourself, both of you coordinate and just make sure that you both are whenever, like apart from this class, whenever I'm taking your extra class to cover the previous part, because in the other class where I will be starting with the national income, right? So I will be starting with the national income, and national income itself is a tough chapter and it's require a lot of efforts. So I am going to start national income because Fahim was there in the last class. I discussed that. So you should make sure you both should coordinate. If one of you is being absent, just let me know, ma'am. Today he will not be joining so that I can reschedule your class. Because if you will miss one class, you will join the other class. It will be very difficult for you to cope up with the national income, right? So for you, I will be starting for national income, right? And for Ritika and Vanisha, like for this class where everyone will be joining, this is the batch class, right? And this is, I'm talking about the backup classes, which I will be giving you, right? In case if anyone wants to join the class for any particular chapter, do let me know so that we can learn. In the batch, this is the backup class. In the backup class, which is for Fahim and Harikrit, we will be starting with the national income, right? From the next class, right? I'll discuss with the counselor and let's see when to reschedule these classes, right? But coordinate yourself and make sure that you don't miss any class. If any of you is not attending or not well or something, just let me know so that we can reschedule it. Clear with Harikrit? Just convey this to Fahim as well. Okay? Fine?
Yes, no problem.
Okay, now for the batch, we are somewhere done with the things and all that, right? And for we will be doing the last chapter. Like, of course, I've explained it, but yeah, we will be doing the note making process and everything, and we'll be doing the question answers. That I will do. Let's just do some revisions and some. Now, from the next class itself, we are going to take two chapters. We will be starting with Indian economy, right? First. So first two chapters of Indian economy, we will be doing case study, right? Plus some MCQ, right? Plus PYQ, plus a case studies, MCQ, PYQ, and your assertion and reason question. Clear? So these are the topics which I'm going to cover in the next class for first two chapters for Indian economy. Clear? There will be two case studies we will be doing. The 10-10 MCQ of both chapters, which means 20 MCQ. PYQ, we won't be going in deep. I will be discussing the questions, right? That from this chapter, these questions come. So we will be discussing and come because everybody has done this chapter. So I am expecting you to read these two chapters from your end and come up with the idea that, okay, ma'am, for the, see students, now you have to be very serious about the things. Why? Because we are not left with time, right? We have, and in a week, we have only 3 classes, right? So this is what you have to do. I think Fahim is here. Good evening, Fahim.
Good evening.
Yes. So Fahim, what I was telling everybody is now you and Harikrit will have 2 classes, right? 2 classes means one will be the backup class, right? And one this batch class, right? So backup class, we will be starting with the national income, right? So that, you can cope, because we haven't done it, right? And see, I want both of you in the class. So in case if you are not joining or Harikrit is not, please coordinate with each other and let me know if any one of you is not joining so that I can cancel that class and I can reschedule. Because for national income, I want 4 classes. I want 4 classes from you people. 4 to 5 class, I would say, right? And I want both of you to join. I don't miss any class because if you will miss it, then the other class you will not get anything, right?
Yeah.
This is what, and in a batch, now what we are going to do, right? We are going to start with the Indian economy, right? From Indian economy, because both for 40 marks and the macro is also for the 40 marks, right? In Indian economy, we are going to start with chapter number 1 and chapter number 2. So I hope everybody is aware of chapter number 1 and chapter number 2. Fahim, Harikrit, Ritika, and Vanisha.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yeah.
So anyone who has any doubt in chapter 1 and chapter 2 of Indian economy, no. Right? So what you are going to do, you are going to read that chapter in such a way that you are going to coming for the exam, right? So we will do 2 case studies. Yes, somebody said something. Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So 2 case studies we'll be doing, right? And MCQ, 10 MCQ for first chapter and 10 MCQ for the second chapter. And then the MCQ would be, I will be randomly asking, okay, Fahim, tell me the answer for the first one. Then in case if you are wrong, then we will do. Or what I will do, I will give you 5 minutes. Just write ABC in your notebooks, right? So that then after that, we can discuss the answers. That, okay, for A, this is the answer. For B, this is the answer. Like this. And MCQ will also be based on PYQ, whatever was asked in the previous years, right? 10 MCQ I will correct. Then we will do the PYQ questions. Now PYQ questions is like, for example, these are the questions I will mention because I will make my own PPT. I will be doing the research. I will be adding all the PYQs I have, like I will update. I will working hard for this, right? So for example, these are the question number 1 is there, right? I will try to collect last 10 years, 8 to 10 years PYQs. That's more than enough, right? I will try to collect all that. And over here, whatever questions, in some chapters, there will be more questions. In some chapters, there will be less questions, right? So for example, there are 12 questions in this chapter. So I will not discuss the answers. For the first one, I will read the question. And from you people, I will ask you that, okay, what do you think for this? Right? For this one, what will be the things that you think that this is like what you can write it in this question? You will answer me, ma'am. In this question, they are asking about, for example, what were the condition of Indian economy during the time of British period, right? So you will say, ma'am, we will mention this about the Indian economy. So you'll say yes. And then I will tell you whether you are correct or wrong. We will only discuss the questions, right? And if any question you feel like, ma'am, for example, question number 9 is like, ma'am, we are not getting it, what to write? You people will be keeping your notes with you because in a notes, you will get answer for every question. This I can assure, like 98%, you can answer the answers from your notes, right? But the rest 2% comes from the current affair as well, right? So that we are going to do in the class itself. So don't worry. That I will do in the last of the December, right? Where because last of the December, why I am doing? Because we will be collecting everything from the January, right? To December, right? Because, last I'm saying because, right? Because, December last, why I'm saying you that I will be dealing with December last or January starting because the current affair I need for 1 year, right? And the current affair we will be doing only for the economy, like for example, GDP related, right? And somewhere the private sector roles or somewhere the schemes. Schemes are very, very important because when you will write the Indian economy concept and, they will be giving you the question, like for example, this is the scheme and they are relating it to the current, right? And they are asking you, what do you think about this, right? For example, any scheme which is related to education sector, any scheme which is related to health sector, right? So this is what we are going to do in this plan, right? So what I am expecting you people to come prepare for these 2 chapters. Like today is Tuesday, we will be meeting on Thursday, right? So can I expect these 2 chapters from you people for the next class?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Because we have to do it because somewhere we have, I think in total, how many chapters we have in Indian economy? Can anyone tell me just by looking?
Ma'am, 12. No,
not 12, I think.
9, I think, ma'am, 9.
8 to 9 chapters are there, right? So what I am expecting, for example, 2 I am doing. So that means I need 4 classes, right? After this, I will take your test for Indian economy. If there are 9, see, some chapters will be lengthy, right? For that, I will only give you 1 chapter in particular day. That I'll tell you, don't worry. But these first and 2 chapters are not that much lengthy. That's why I'm giving you only 2 chapters. Some chapters will be lengthy where I will be giving you that for today, do this. So that in the month of December, we finish this Indian economy, right? And in between, we will not continue with only Indian economy. It will be boring. Okay, let's just finish. Like, for example, out of 8, 9, let's just complete 5 chapters of Indian economy, right? Then we will take a small test. Okay, then we will do 5 chapters. And in macroeconomics, how many total chapters do you have? Not unit, chapters.
Right, ma'am.
Wait a minute, tell me once. 12?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so 12, right? So what we will do, 5 we will do. And after that, 6 chapters we will be doing for Indian economy, right? So for example, for macroeconomics. So for example, money and banking, right? So I will not give you 2 days for money and banking. I will consider it the single unit, a single chapter, right? I will not give you 1 chapter or 2 chapters. This will be an entire chapter, right? Government budget chapter, which are very, very lengthy. For example, BOP. BOP, we have 2 chapters. One is the BOP and one is the foreign exchange. So I will not give you 2 chapters. I'll count it as 1, right? So this is how we will be planning, so that, right? I hope you people got it. So this batch class is going to be very important, because whatever you read till now, right? Now it's time to revise it, because you will not revise it, you will not able to perform. Do you people got the date sheet when you have your boards exam? No?
What, ma'am?
Do you people got the date sheet for the CBSE board exam? No,
Yeah,
na?
it will start
No.
on 15 Feb.
15 Feb your exam is. Okay, quite nice. So it will be like, it will be very, very fresh to you people, right? So whatever we are completing, it will be fresh, because, if it is in March or something, because last year it was in March and it's too late, right? So 15 Feb, I think it's a good, and, they keep on fluctuating the things. So no, maybe this 15 Feb, then.
The 15th Feb, the board exam will start. I don't know about the economics.
Okay, 15 Feb is starting. So do you have any, so might be somewhere they'll keep it between, maybe in the first week of March or maybe the last. I am expecting it to be 28 maybe. Let's see. So let's see. Okay, so I hope you people got it, the plan. Yes? Everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I
Yes, ma'am.
want a personal report from you, everyone, that, for which chapter do you want the more practice? So what I will be doing, I will be personally helping you with that. Like, I have everybody's numbers, right? So for example, Ritika is facing issues in BOP, Vanisha is facing issues in national income. So what I will do on daily basis, we will be working on that. Like, I'll give you some questions on that, okay, this is a concept which I taught you. One audio message will be from my end, right? And I needed your 15 minutes for my particular topic, that, okay, Ritika, Vanisha, this is the particular topic for national income. Do this today. I'll make a personal timetable for you for those chapters for which you are facing the issue, right? So you have time till Thursday. On Thursday, I need the chapters which we have come, because Ritika and Vanisha can tell, because we have completed everything. But for Fahim and Harikrit, you can tell me from those chapters which we have finished, and you are facing the difficulty. Clear? So on Thursday, I need an update from everyone, so that I can personally, because I have to make a plan, right? I have so many batches to handle, so I have to make a plan for every batch, right? So you people have to come up to me for every query or every problem, and I will be giving you solution, because now it's high time, right? Fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. So I think in the classes which we are going to do everything and make your to-do list, that, okay, these 2 chapters are there. So just divide it how you are going to cover it. Okay. In the next class, I want everyone, just think yourself that you are going to give your boards exam for these 2 chapters when you are coming on Thursday. Okay. Fine with everybody? And in
Yes,
the
ma'am.
class, we will make some key points, right? Whatever I'm teaching you, just make the key points, and rest PPT, case studies and everything, I'll share it with you. Okay. And do one thing, just make a folder in your laptop, right? Indian economy and macroeconomics. Whatever material I'm sharing from now onwards, just keep on adding over there. And in Indian economy, you can make chapter number 1, chapter number 2, like this folder, the inner folder, subfolders, and keep it with them, because I'll be sharing the PDF and everything. Fine with everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So in a previous class, we just ended, we just started with we haven't finished the note making of sustainable development. So today we'll finish the note making, right? So first of all, those who didn't join on the previous class, right? You people can, because I have finished this, and today I'm going to do the strategy part. So everybody put the heading sustainable development, meaning of sustainable development, and take the screenshot of this page, right? Because Fahim was there, I have finished this. Today we are going to start with the strategy. Okay, take the screenshot for this and leave few spaces, right? And you will be starting from here. Okay, I'm going to explain this, and you people can leave the spaces, and after the class you can finish it. Okay. So this says development that will allow the future generation to have potential average quality of life that is at least as high as that which is being enjoyed by the current generation, right? So for example, currently you have 4 trees in your garden, right? So you are enjoying the air from these 4 trees, right? So your future generation should also enjoy the same level of air, right? So that is basically the sustainable development. And coming to, there is an organization which is for one marker, which is UNCED, United Nations Conference on Environment and Development, right? So according to them, sustainable development is a development that meets the need of the present generation without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs, right? So that according to them. So in exam hall, if they ask you according to UNCED, what is sustainable development, you are going to mention this. And in case if they ask you what is sustainable development, write this, and do write this according to UNCED this. Clear? If it is for 2 mark. Okay, if it is for 1 mark, then just write this definition. Fine. This is the meaning, right? And this is the definition. So if they say define, write this. If they ask you meaning, write this. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody knows the difference between meaning and definition, right? Now, sustainable development, we are going to do steps to this, right? So, see, this one. Harme Delhi, a leading environment economist, to achieve sustainable development, the following step must be taken, right? He said from here the one marker was asked in PYQ, right? See, limiting the human population to the level within the carrying capacity of the environment, right? So what this person did, Harman Delhi was a person who, in the exam hall it was asked, according to Harman Delhi, he compared the environment with this Plimsoll line. So what is this Plimsoll line basically? Plimsoll line is basically the ship, right? Which is its load. So over here in a ship, everybody has a load that the ship has its own capacity. Like for example, 10 kg, 20 kg. So what you do basically, if you will exceed it, for example, the capacity was 20 kg and over here 25 kg of weight was being loaded. So automatically what will happen? The ship will sink, right? So similarly, this is the person who compared the environment capacity. Similarly, in environment, in Earth, basically, Earth has a capacity to have population, right? So he compared it with the Plimsoll line, right? Second, he said technological progress should be input efficient, not should be input consuming. He said that whatever you are giving, it should give you back, right? Input efficient, right? Not should be input consuming. Now I will give you an example for this. For example, this is a plant, right? Over here, you are giving it 1 liter of 1 liter water every day. So what is doing? One condition is it is increasing 1 centimeter every week. You are giving 1 liter, it is increasing, right? But the second condition is you are giving 1 liter 1. After giving 5 liter, it is increasing 1 centimeter. So what is this? This is input consuming. Yes, that he is consuming a lot, but he is not giving. But this is input efficient. Whatever input you are giving, in return, it is giving you the result. Fine? Yes.
ma'am.
With every liter,
Yes, ma'am.
this plant is increasing 1 centimeter. So that means input efficient. But with every liter, this is not increasing. When you are giving 5 liter, then only 1 centimeter. So this is input consuming, right? So this is what. Then renewable resources should be extracted on the sustainable basis. That is, rate of extraction should not exceed rate of regeneration. For non-renewable resources, rate of depletion should not exceed rate of creation. Clear? And then efficiencies arising from pollution should be corrected. Okay. So now how to make the notes? You will write according to Hermes, a leading environmentalist. According to Herman, to achieve sustainable development, the following step must be taken. Limiting the human population to a level within the carrying capacity of environment, right? Over here, you will in bracket write, he compared the capacity of environment with the Plimsoll line. Till here only, you will write it. He compared the carrying capacity of environment to Plimsoll line of the ship. Clear? Second, you will write technological progress should be input efficient, not input consuming. Then you will write renewable resources should be extracted on sustainable basis, right? So rate of excretion should not exceed the rate of regeneration. For non-renewable resources, rate of depletion should not exceed the rate of creation of renewable substitute. and inefficiencies arising from pollution should be corrected. Clear? So quickly note it down. Done, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody is done? Should we move? Yes?
Ma'am, I'm not done.
Okay, quickly do it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So now let's just start. Okay. So now over here the strategies where you have to be smart enough to understand what they are asking for, right? Now whatever strategies we will be discussing around 8-9 strategies, right, in this entire chapter, right? Now how you have to be smart enough to work on them. See, sometimes what happened, the CBSE basically they form two type of question. One, they will directly ask you what are the strategies. If they ask you according to Herman Daly, then you are going to write these only, right? The steps to be taken, right? But in case in general they ask you for the strategies, like what are the strategies for development, strategies for sustainable development, right? So whenever this question comes, the strategies question, right? So at that time, first thing you will draw, right, strategies like this, and you will make a flow chart like this. Okay, if it is for 6 mark, make 6 like this. Okay, draw it and write over here all the forms. Then 1, write the heading, explain it into 2 and 3 lines, right? Second, 2 lines, 3 lines. Third, 2 line, 3 line, like this. Okay, this is the first approach. If they ask you the direct question, what are the strategies? But sometimes what they ask you, for example, LPG gobar gas in rural area. So they could give you the question, how LPG and gobar gas will help in sustainable development. So at that time, you cannot write 2 or 3 lines, right? This question will be for 4 marker, right? So at that time, you at least should have 6 to 7 lines to write, right? 5 to 6 lines, 6 to 7 lines to write, right? So that's why what I am going to do, I am going to give you the material for the 6 marker as well for the 2 or 4 markers. Clear? So for example, these are the strategy. First strategy is use of non-conventional source of energy, right? So first of all, how would you write it? See, India hugely dependent on thermal and hydropower to meet its power needs. Both of these have adverse environmental impact as given below. The thermal gas power emits large quantities of carbon dioxide, which is greenhouse gas. It also produces fly ash, which, if not used properly, can cause pollution of water bodies, land, and other component of the environment. Next, hydroelectric project inundate forests and interfere with the natural flow of water in catchment areas and river basin. Right. So, if they ask you for this, then what you are going to do? You are not going to write in this. You will just write this. India is hugely dependent on thermal and hydropower plant to meet its power, and both of this have an adverse environment impact. That's why wind power and solar energy are the cleaner and greener. How will you write? Therefore, India should shift to non-conventional source of energy because wind power and solar rays are cleaner and greener energy sources but are not yet been explored on a large scale due to lack of technological devices. Done. You are done with the explanation. But if this itself they ask you in the question that how non-conventional source of energy can lead to sustainable development, then you will write India is hugely dependent on this, and because of this there are so much negative point of conventional source of energy. Therefore, there is a need for India to shift to the other path. So this is for 4 marker, the entire paragraph. But if it is come for strategy, 6 marker question, then this will be the first point. You will write till here, and therefore India should shift to the lesson because they have a one, and then done with 2 lines or 3 lines. Fine. You got it? How to approach the answer? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So see, we have so many strategies to deal with, right? And also we don't have much time. So what do you people want? You want me to explain one strategy and I should give you 2 minutes to write, or you want the screenshots? Because if I will do it like this, I don't have any problem. I'm okay. So if you want to make the notes along, like I should explain and then you should make notes, I'm fine with that also. But in the next class also, I will need your 15 to 20 minutes to complete this. So is this fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Okay, so you can make it because we will be left with 1 or 2 strategies that I can discuss in the next class. Like I will need your 15 to 20 minutes for that. Okay. So you can make it strategies for sustainable development. Write first use of this, right? And underline the one which you have to write for the strategy part, and rest is basically for your 4 mark. Okay. So you can quickly note it up, and then we will move to the second one, which is LPG gobar gas in the rural areas. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so do one thing because we won't be able to complete this on time. So for the next class, let's just do only one chapter. Okay, I gave you 2 chapters, so don't do the 2 chapter, only do the first one in Indian economy on the eve of independence. Clear?
Okay. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Fine. So that it's a first day, so at least you will get an idea how to do. So I don't want to pressurize you because I think it will be enough. So first 15 to 20 minutes we'll do this, and after that I'll give you 5 minutes for revision, and rest 30 minutes we will do case studies and all that. Fine.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
And one thing for case studies, what I will do, I will share the case studies to you, to your counselor tomorrow, right? They will share it with you. Fine? Because in a case study, you need 5 to 10 minutes to read it, right? And then there will be the question. So this will be your homework, right? I hope everybody is getting the homework, right? Yes?
Yes, ma'am. For
People are getting?
accountancy, I got the homework,
You are not getting for
not for
economy?
economics.
I
No, I'm
already,
getting.
you're
Yeah,
getting?
I'm getting, but like not right now.
Okay, so what
Today,
I will
yesterday.
do today, I will, in a homework itself, I will give you a case study, which will be for the chapter number 1. Okay. So
Okay.
you don't need to share it anywhere, right? In case you didn't get the
Yeah.
homework, please ask your counselor because I'll share it today. And please take out your 5 to 10 minutes tomorrow and do this in your notebook. Okay, because
Okay, ma'am.
so that when we join the class on Thursday, I can directly discuss the answer and the case study. Because for case study, you need 5 to 10 minutes to read the paragraph, right? And in a class, we won't be have much time. We have only 1 hour. So a case study, I'll give you as a homework. You people will finish it once you are done with the chapter, and then when you join the class, we will discuss that. Fine with everybody? And rest MCQ and all that we will do in the class. Fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes.
And that also I will share it
Yeah.
after the class. The PDFs I'll share it with you, so don't worry. Okay, so now you people can continue writing. Done, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, others? Okay, everybody is done. Should we move? Yes? Okay, they just, okay. Okay, now move to the next one over here. LPG, gobar gas in rural areas, right? Okay, so LPG rural gas. So this household in rural areas are generally use wood, right? Dung cake or other biomass as fuel. This practice has several adverse implications like deforestation, reduction in greenhouse, wastage of cattle dung, and air pollution. To rectify the situation, subsidized liquefied petroleum (LPG) is being provided. It is a clean fuel. It reduces household pollution to a large extent. Also, energy wastage is minimized. So we are done with LPG. Now, gobar gas. So in addition, like apart from LPG, what happened? Gobar gas is basically in the rural area. LPG is being used in the urban area. Okay. So in addition, gobar gas plants are being provided through easy loans and subsidies for the gobar gas plant as function. Cattle dung is fed to the plant and gas is produced, which is used as a fuel, while the slurry which is left over is a good organic fertilizers and soil conditioner. So over here, dung of the cow and cattle are being thrown here. And after that, in this plant, what happened? The gas which is being produced, it is used as a fuel, and whatever leftover is there, that is used as a fertilizers. Fine. So you're done with LPG as well as gobar gas. Okay. So quickly write LPG, gobar gas. Gobar gases is for rural areas. Okay. Quickly note it.